I've had a lovely morning which I wanted to share, and it actually illustrates a point which I try and get across to students when I teach photography. I had a couple of meetings to go to in Paisley, and as I normally do, I went ridiculously early, took it as an opportunity to run about the streets trying to shoot some pictures of daily life and hopefully meet some people to make some portraits. And it's a lovely day here in Glasgow today. The sun is out, and I actually started to feel a little bit too warm, so I went for a coffee. And whilst in the coffee shop, sat next to a guy who, when I walked in, looked really interesting. He was sitting with a kind of tweed jacket on and a wee flat cap, typical Glasgow attire. And I got my coffee, and he started talking to me. His name was Charlie. He was 88 years young, and he recounted tales of working from the age of 5 on the horse and carts. Lovely guy, and I had my old Rollie in my bag, and he asked me what I did, and I told him I was a photographer and asked if I could make his portrait. So in the cafe, because I had this with me, I was able to rattle off, I think I took 3 or 4 frames, portraits of him sitting drinking his coffee. And I'm quite excited. I've come back to the dark room. The sun's still shining outside, but I really want to process this film and see what 88 years young Charlie looks like. So it's a familiar setup if you've watched my content before. I use a changing bag, and I've actually got 3 rolls of 35mm and 3 of 120. One of these, I roll my own 35mm, one of these just dropped on the floor and popped open. So there's going to be some light leak on one of them, which is always exciting. So I need to put all of this in the changing bag and roll them all on the reels, and put the reels in there in the dark, and I'll catch you in a minute. Okay, so I've got my developer, stop bath and fixer in a wee bath of hot water. I just needed to bring them up a couple of degrees. Film's all loaded into this, which is a pretty decent workout when you're doing the tank inversions. I've got hypo, clearing agent, and then photo flow as the last bath. And I use this app. It's called the Massive Dev Chart, and it's really good. I can highly recommend it. So we're processing Ilford HP5 1:1 at ISO 800, which is 14 minutes and 15 seconds. So here are the negatives. 3 frames, 4 frames, and I think that one is going to be my favourite if it's sharp. And Charlie is pin sharp. So I think I'll make a wee print of that for another video.